Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. This is The Story Continues, part 37, I want to say. I could be wrong. Let me check real quick. I should know before I press record, right? But, you know, I wouldn't be me. Alright. Yeah, that was right. 37. Today is Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you had a restorative weekend, a good weekend. I hope you did things you enjoy, despite all the stress that's going on in the world. I had a good weekend. I had a restorative weekend. I didn't do much of anything. I just rested. Well, that's not true that I didn't do much. I rested. I did not touch any cards. I didn't do any readings. I didn't watch any videos. I really needed that. I was exhausted. Last week was tough for me, energy-wise. I was feeling a little bit burnt on the edges. My energy was all over because I was using it in so many different parts, in so many different ways, and in so many different energies that I was just so exhausted. And I think it also, shifts are happening, energy is shifting, time, shout out to Shelly from Healing Truth Tarot. She did a really good video. I went back to watching late last night when I was feeling, ready to watch videos again. She did a good video. Her Can We Talk? So check that out. We have a lot to get through today. A lot to talk about. Where am I beginning? I wrote it down. Hold on. Oh, yes. If you want a personal reading, see, I'm remembering more and more now. Getting better at promoting myself. But if you want a personal reading, you can go to the description of my channel and check out my Ko-fi link to request a reading, or you can email me at moonlightenergy15@gmail.com. That's for personal readings, okay? I think that was my promo. Let's get into the small business. There's just little new thing that I'm doing. I'm gonna try to do it every Monday where I promote people's small businesses. Okay, if you're starting up a business, or you've started one, or you have one, you could send me the link to your website if you have a website, or if you have an Etsy shop or Shopify, whatever it is. You could send me a link to my email at moonlightenergy15@gmail.com. So let's get into it. These are not paid promotions, by the way. Okay. Okay, there's a few people who sent me some links. I'll also post a link in the community tab. Okay. Susan V, she has a Etsy page called Joyful by Nature. They're handmade, nature inspired bracelets, and I did look on her website. I'm going to get some because they are beautiful. They're so beautiful. But her Etsy page is, you go to etsy.com, and her shop's name is Joyful by Nature. Okay. And the next person is Brianna. She makes bling art frames, and they're really, really cute. I checked them out. They're so cute. Her website is briejartdesigns.com. Okay, so I'll post that link. I'll also put links in the description of the video. Next person is Ava Marie, and she also has 2 YouTube channels. She makes award-winning gourmet cooking hot sauces and barbecue sauces. She makes them with love and pride. And her channels are called The Scott Group and My Art Focus. So check her channels out as well. And the name of her website for the sauces is called thescottgroup.co. I will put down the link for you guys. Okay. So those were the small businesses. Actually, those weren't the small businesses. That wasn't the end. I wanted to also promote my sister. She is an artist. She's a painter, and she also does these beautiful resin crafts, and she makes all sorts of things. So she is a regular painter. She, paints landscapes and these beautiful things, but she's recently been getting into fluid art, and it's so beautiful, and she's been getting so many requests from people, and she started up her website, and she's like me, where she's an artist, so she is walking a line between, not selling her work and selling her work, but making sure it's still fun, where it's not like getting too much into, it not being fun because you're selling it, and but you know what I mean. Anyway, so she also makes these beautiful resin crafts, and she makes bathroom accessories and bowls and these kitchen accessories, these beautiful things. And I wanted to show you some of the things she made. And she made this trinket tray out of resin pores. The light really doesn't give it justice. She did this pink pearl trinket tray. So pretty. She made a few things at my request. She made me this tray with the color of the chakras on it. You see that? I was using this I was doing rituals for abundance, and I would leave things on here like coins, and it's so pretty. And she also recently did this. She did this, and it has the signs on it. And I told her, I've seen readers use a board like this. You see the colors? It's so pretty. Use a board like this with tarot dice or astrology dice, and you throw it on the board, and it land, 12th house, or the planets land on each sign. So I thought that was cool. She did a few different ones. She did this one with space dust on it here, glitter she put. And she did a white one. But she basically, I don't know how she does it. She colors it, and it's very complicated to me. She says it's easy, but I couldn't do something like that. She sells all sorts of things. So if you want, I'll put a link to her website also down in the description. And that's my sister. That's her. She also made me these tarot cards. They're just for decoration, that I thought were really cool. She made me this a few years ago, actually. Is that supposed to be the devil? She did this one, the Magician. The light doesn't give it, the camera doesn't give it justice. And this is the sun she did. But those are just some cool things she made. Okay. So Small Business Monday. Again, this isn't a paid promotion, guys. Okay. All right. So let's move on from there. Oh, yes. Also, thank you for subscribing to Indigo Corner, Dr. Ken. I greatly appreciate it. Let's keep subscribing to him, guys, if you haven't already. He's amazing. He's an amazing reader. So down to earth, comforting, nurturing, creative, warm. Okay, so let's get him to at least 500 this week, if we could do that. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. All right, so what am I doing? Let's talk about what I know. I made a list of things that I do know. I'm just cleaning my glasses. You guys always ask me, why don't you wear your glasses? I'm wearing them. Okay. So what I know, I don't know much, but I know a few things, okay? And what I do know is Donald Trump will not last long. Okay, it's only been what, 6 weeks? But it feels like so long, you know. He won't last long. That's what, you know, the energy tells me. That's what my guides tell me. That's what the people at channel tell me. You know, people who have passed on, they see things that, you know, they know. You know, so I mean, I get it. He can only last so long. And it doesn't feel real, you know. Whenever I let myself think a little, see, I took my glasses off, I just can't wear them. Whenever I let myself think too deeply about this, meaning lower, I'm like, this just feels like I'm in a dream. I just had a deja vu. I literally dreamed this as I'm saying this. I literally dreamed this. That's crazy. Anyway, it just feels like not real. It feels like, not because I'm in denial. No, I'm not. It's hard for me to be in denial about the circumstances we're facing. But the more things happen, and the more it just, I know I'm in a different space, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm like somewhere else. The way I respond to things are different. No anxiety. It's very, very interesting. So I'm very aware. And so when I'm looking at everything and I'm experiencing what you guys are experiencing, being in this, and I'm like, this is so strange to me. It is strange because I know I know it's happening, but I'm like, this feels not real. Anyway, what else do I know? I know Ukraine is a big puzzle piece to this whole thing. I know Elon Musk will be arrested. I know that. Things are beginning to fall apart for the Trump administration. I know that. Ukraine will eventually join NATO. That's what the energy tells me. Before I didn't see it, but I do see it, you know, still. Things are progressing. Here's the thing. With all the stuff that's going on, especially overseas, especially in terms of the Trump administration's relationship, the current U.S. government's relationship and what they are doing, it's making things progress quicker. And the more that people see the issue, it makes things move forward, the time move forward quicker. That's what I'm beginning to understand. Okay. And last thing I understand, I don't know how I understand it. Kamala Harris will somehow become president. It's what the energy has not changed. It's what I'm being told all the time. And you call me delusional, I guess. Sure. That doesn't bother me. But I can only speak to what the energy says. How will that happen? I have no idea. That sounds like, wow, that's what it sounds like. Yeah. Wow. Okay. If that's what you want to believe, yeah, I believe it. How? I have no idea how that would happen. But from what it's like, first of all, I feel like I've been put through I feel like my body has been shoved into a wormhole. Okay? You can look up what wormholes are. But I feel like that's what happened. Forced through because I was resisting it. But it feels something is coming. That's what it feels like. Something is happening. This Sorry, I'm looking at Scooter. This energy, this energy, this chaos, Donald Trump's energy. Again, guys, everything that I say here is for entertainment purposes only, information purposes only, okay? Everything I say is alleged here and in the comments, all right? Anyway, his energy is just like, it is weak, it is fading, but it's also so chaotic, and it just doesn't feel like it. And it's different for me when he was a president the first time, because even it felt like, okay, he's there. Sure, this is happening. But now it just feels like he doesn't need to be there. And not just because of who he is, but because it just feels wrong. Not just because we know what happened. It literally feels like wrong. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like this isn't correct. The picture isn't correct. And so when I say like something is brewing, something is changing, something is happening, that's what's happening. Something is coming. Something shocking, something, it's like I could feel it in the air. And I feel these shifts, and I'm just like waiting. I feel like I'm waiting. I've been told to wait. And so now I'm just sort of like, I'm just waiting. Okay. All right. So that was my rambling. That was what was on my mind yesterday. But anyway, I saw what happens with Zelensky and Donald Trump. I'm going to do a reading on that. I'm going to do a reading on the outcome of that. And I want to do a reading on Donald Trump this week. This week, I want to read, my guides told me to read on him. And I forgot to grab something. Did I grab it? I did not. That's so annoying. That's annoying. All right. Anyway. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm going to do a reading on him for the week. I'm going to do a reading on the collective for the week. And I want to read on Kamala. I think I may read... I'm going to read on ZELENSKYY for the week. Anyway, channel messages. Let's get into that. Let's get into channel messages. So I'm going to do a social work week. Month, rather. It goes this way. First of all, happy Black History. It will continue on my channel. It will not stop, okay? I channeled... First person I channeled was Fannie Lou Hamer. And I should have did her earlier. She was a civil rights activist. She was so many things. She was so many things. She was a women's rights activist, a community organizer, one of the leaders of the civil rights movement, the vice chair of the Freedom Democratic Party. Okay. She represented, in 1964, she represented the Freedom Democratic Party at the Democratic National Convention. Okay. She did so many things. Spoke all around the country at universities. Taught herself how to read through reading the Bible at Bible study. There's so many things. Strong woman, determined, fought for her rights. She was also a voting rights activist. Okay. Fought to vote. She said, I will vote no matter what. I have a right to. This is America. I am a citizen. She did not play. Okay, so I channeled her. And I didn't ask her about voting rights. I didn't. Her energy, there was a humor to her, underlining humor to her, amusement, sarcasm, strong, and a knowing in her energy. Oh, she also ran in 1964, I want to say, she ran for a seat at the House of Representatives. She had goals, honey. She wanted to be a senator, but she ran for the House of Representatives. She didn't win, but she did run. She was very much into politics. Okay. And she made a speech at the Democratic National Convention that was aired on television, not live, but she made a speech, and that turned a lot of heads and brought a lot of attention to the movement with what she said. Look that up. Okay. All right. So I asked her what does she think of the current state of the United States? She said, the current state of the U.S. has always been like this. Ain't nothing new. You want to see real change, you'll have to speak out. And I looked her up, and she sounded exactly like this booming voice. She sounded with this dialect, Southern dialect. She sounded exactly like she did in my head. I asked her about Donald Trump. She said, she said, that man makes me laugh because he is so idiotic. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. How can someone be a part of leading this country and be like, what does that say? Hold on, I can't see. I can see, but I can't. The light. And be the way he is. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. Even with what she experienced, she doesn't understand. She's flabbergasted. Like, she's so like shocked that he's the president. She's shocked. I felt it in her energy. Like, what is this? She knows intellectually, but she knows what the darkness of this country is. You know, what the dark side is. She knows that, but she still can't fathom that he's president. I asked her, will Donald Trump last as president? She said, do pigs fly? She said, she laughed and said, do pigs fly? And then she said, no, that man won't last. Wait, what she said? No, that man won't last. Oh, okay. It's the way she speaks. No, she said, no, that man won't last about no more than a few more months. That's what she said. About no more than a few more months. And then I asked her, how do you know? And she just said, we all know. We all know. And you know what I've picked up? Whenever I asked someone who has passed on about Donald Trump, I immediately hear he's a menace. That's the first thing I hear every single time in a chorus of voices. He's a menace. That's what I hear. And I heard it with her. And I never write it down because I'm thinking, like, I've heard this so many other times. Maybe it's like my own thought that I've heard, you know, but no, that's how they refer to him up there. The menace. And I finally understand why I keep hearing that. Because before she gave me her answer, I heard he's a menace. And I wrote down they refer to him as a menace up there. Do pigs fly? Oh, Fannie Lou. Wait. We all know. And then I asked her, I said, how will this happen? And she said, you wait and see what'll happen. He has already shot himself. She said something else that I could not understand, but I asked her, what do you mean? What does that mean? And she said, then I heard he has already shot himself in the foot. But she said something before that I did not understand. It sounded like land casted. He has already land casted himself. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. I looked and I couldn't figure it out. But then she said, I heard when I asked her, what do you mean? She amended what she said and said, he has already shot himself in the foot. He has already shot himself in the foot through his own actions, she said. I said, Lancasted? What are you saying? Unless I was not understanding her, but those are the two words I heard. But then she said, when I asked, I don't know, and I said, I don't understand, she said, he's already shot himself in the foot. Maybe it's an old saying, I don't know. Lancasted. If you guys know what that means, let me know. I said, can you tell me, what did I ask her here? No, here's where I asked her what will happen. I asked her, how do you, I asked her, what will happen? And then she said that, and then I said, can you tell me specifically? She said, oh no, honey, I can't. But I can tell you how to fight. She said, no. Oh no, honey, I can't. I can tell you, but I can tell you how to fight. To fight is to go against everything they say, because everything they say is a lie. Do not let them tell you otherwise. You all have rights and have to use them. I asked her, can you tell me specifically? She said no. But I can tell you how to fight. You all have rights and have to use them. And when I channeled with Jesus, he said the answer is in your messages. I'm going to go back and look at all my channel messages and put them together. Maybe I'll do that and talk about them in the next video. Maybe a Let's Chat or something. Okay. I asked about Kamala, and she made the sound. It was so, she got her energy shifted, and she got so happy, and she said, woo! She did that sort of like, ooh, you know, that sound I heard. And she said, Kamala Harris is a precious woman. She's a fighter. She will fight for y'all. When she becomes president, y'all better rejoice, because it will be the luckiest thing to happen in this country. Okay. So that's Fannie Lou Hamer. Look her up. Powerful woman. Okay. All right. So I next channeled in the present moment President Zelensky. I next channeled President Zelensky, and that meeting, that quote-unquote peace talk he had with Donald Trump, who is just a dummy, and clearly it's so blatant and obvious what he's doing. It's just the gaslighting. That's the most frustrating part for me. It's just obvious what you're doing and who you're doing it for. But like I said, when I've been in Zelensky's energy, and this man, they don't know him. Donald Trump doesn't. J.D. Vance doesn't. And that's why I kicked him out, because he thought he could bully him into dropping to his knees and going with this deal. But he doesn't know what this stubbornness, and that Zelensky knows who he is, Donald Trump. And he knows what it means for himself and his country if he just gives in. He doesn't know this man's energy. He doesn't know how far he will go to protect his country. How much he's been tested. And that's what frustrates me, is that his country is under attack. Literally, he's been dealing with this since he's been dealing with this since 2022. Before, he's been dealing with this. He's been the one in charge in dealing with this. watching his citizens become unalived. And the lies, I peeked at a news article that Donald Trump is still criticizing him and saying he should step down, and saying that he said the war will never, it's not going to end anytime soon. And I doubt he really said it that way. It's clear that Donald Trump, what his intentions are and who he's doing it for. And so to lie and to gaslight is what is astounding, and not in the sense of who he is. That doesn't astound me, but it's so, I'm watching this and it's just like, it's so, how the media is going along with it. It's just like, everything will change, is what I see. Once everything settles, it's just, everyone will be exposed truly for what they played a hand in and who they are. I do see that things will be okay ultimately. Damage will be done, but after everything's said and done, things will be okay. That's what I do know. But watching this unfold, I know this is a part of it. I know it in my spirit and my intuition. And when my guides tell me, when they told me, focus on Ukraine, look at them. That's the first thing I did. They told me to do. When after that quote unquote inauguration, they said, focus on that. So anyway, I channeled him, and I didn't stay long. I will tell you that he's very angry. He's so angry, President Zelenskyy. I mean, that goes without saying. I think you don't need to channel someone to know, but y'all don't know what I'm trying to convey from the first time I channel him and what I see in this man's energy. He's like a tree that is an old tree that you cannot move. Do you see how he didn't wear suits? He is stripped bare he's stripped bare because of what he is going through, what his people are going through. And he has so much support behind him. He's not truly worried about Donald Trump. He's frustrated. He's angry. He is angry. He was so angry, he kind of didn't even want to talk. He didn't want to talk, so I didn't stay long. But, y'all, I'm trying to convey how serious he is. And how deeply loyal he is to his people. Anyway, first thing I heard, I didn't talk to him yet. I just sat in his energy. This guy does not know who he is messing with, is the first thing I heard. And then I greeted him, and I asked him how he was feeling, and he said my name, and that surprised me. He said, I'm very angry, Kimberly. This man is trying to destroy our nation. I will not stand for it. He's full of passion. He's despaired. He's tired. He's exhausted. But you can't you can't make him fall to his knees. That's why he threw him out. You can't manipulate him. You can't bully him. You can't threaten him. He's seen the worst things happen to his people. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance don't know what that's like. They haven't experienced true hardship. They don't know how to lead in those kind of situations. They don't know. So when you're in a room with someone who shows up to a political meeting, not in a suit, okay, in civilian wear, clothing, dressed in black with their arms crossed, because they already, one, know what your position is and what your intention is. He knows Donald Trump, President Zelensky. He knows what he's about and who he's friends with. And you think you're going to sit there and call it a peace talk? And this is me. This is his energy that I'm sharing with you. And so you think you're going to do that? And he's going to fall to his knees with the grief and, oh, you just went, you're doing this and punishing your... No, because what would happen is they would end up worse if they agree to whatever terms Putin is telling you to give him. Anyway, I asked about Mark Rutte because I saw yesterday that Mark Rutte said he told Zelensky that he has to repair things with Trump because Trump gave him weapons in 2019. So he has to repair it. And that annoyed me, but I understand. I get it. It's a Mark Rutte. Well, I'll get to it. I channeled him. But anyway. He said, I asked him what he thought about that. And he said, I understand his position. He is a wise man. I will need time because I cannot work with this man. Talking about Donald Trump. I will need time. That's what he said. There will be no talks anymore. I'll see, but I have a very strong feeling. A line was crossed. Zelensky is someone who I get the sense that what you see is what you get. And you don't... He's been through a lot. And so when you're in that space, you don't care. And I asked him, what will he do? He said, I will continue to seek support with those who support Ukraine. They have a lot of support. Will the U.S. be kicked out of NATO? Absolutely not. Will they be isolated? Sure. Just like before. I spoke to Mark Rutte. I spoke to him. And I asked him... what did he think about Donald Trump's actions. Hold on, no. I asked him why did he tell President Zelensky he has to repair things. He said, I have to be diplomatic. It is my job and position to not play favors. I get it. Listen, I understand. I get it. Do I like it? No, but he's right. I get the sense that he knows how to deal with Donald Trump, Mark Rutte. He knows the type of man he is. So he's, like I said, his nature, Mark Rutte, is very persuasive. And he knows what to say and what not to say. And so him going to President Zelensky and saying that was the right thing to say. Will it happen? I don't know. But it seemed to me that when I was, well, I'll get to the next thing he said. Okay, but I end up, when you think about what NATO is there for, it ultimately is peace, quote unquote, through whatever means sometimes. But ultimately, NATO is there to avoid conflict. And so there's a lot of, there's that. And I get it. He is the Secretary General. He can't be out here like it's the Wild Wild West. He just can't. That'll cause too much chaos. So he has to appear that, you can't, I get it, but you gotta amend things, that sort of thing. I think he's, trying to get to a point. He really wants Ukraine to join NATO. He always talks about that. He most recently talked about that. He supports that idea very strongly. And he's saying basically, right or wrong, this has to be amended somehow. Okay? So I get it. He's right. He's very smart and persuasive. And so he looks at Donald Trump like a child, quite frankly. And, he's like, just give him the lollipop. But not to say just give in. He's not saying that. He's not agreeing to that, He's not stepping in there, but he's saying, you got to try to fix this, just clean this up a little bit. And Zelensky's just like, I don't know. I can't do this. I don't know. He's at the brink. But not to where he's going to fall to his knees. Okay? Not for Putin. He knows we didn't forget. We didn't forget what Kamala Harris said during the debate. We didn't forget. The internet is wide and long. So we all know what is happening, and he knows. And Europe knows. Anyway. So that's what he said. And then I said, hold on. I said, even in knowing that, what Donald Trump is doing and who he's doing it for, he said, yes. He said, even in knowing, yes, we support Ukraine. Donald Trump's actions and words will not sway that. He made that clear to me. I was a little bit spicy with him and the energy. And he said very calmly, yes, even in knowing that, yes. He emphasized that. We support Ukraine. It seems like, and I'll see when I pull, but it seems like this thing that he's doing, all of these plans I'm seeing, all of these things, the chessboard, he's looking over like, this might be something that either he anticipated. It feels like he anticipated it, but it's getting too shaky because Donald Trump is unpredictable. But he knows that too. Anyway. I said to him, do you think he's working with Russia? And he said yes. We must let things play out. He said yes, we must let things play out as they are happening. This is a precarious time. We support Ukraine. He said that again. And he looked at me for a long time before answering. He stared at me. He said, yes, we must let things play out as they... as they are happening. It is a precarious time. We support Ukraine. So I was picking up what he was putting down. It's all diplomacy, you know? I get it. I understand. That was Margarita, guys. I wanted to check in with President Biden. I know a lot of you are very upset with him, but I still checked in with him anyway because I'm not upset with him. I get it. This isn't a TV show, but sometimes it is. They try to make it like it is. But okay. I asked him, what does he think of the current, this is President Biden, I asked him, what does he think of the current status of the United States? He said, I warned this would happen. Let them happen because this will be, hold on, is that what he said? Yes, let them happen because this will be the key for things to fall into place. I warned this would happen. Let them happen because this will be the key for things to fall into place. That's what he said. He is what? Making things... Oh, okay. I said, do you think Donald Trump will last long as president? He said no. He doesn't understand there are eyes on him, watching him like never before. Let him do what he does because he is simply making things worse for himself. Okay. Oh, that flew away. So there you have it. Yeah. Yeah. I think, you know, I don't feel, I'm frustrated in that it's just the lying and the gaslighting. But I also still feel pretty calm. And one thing I want to quickly talk about is information and how we spread information, how we disclose information. Okay. Someone asked me about Norway and it said they kicked U.S. naval ships out and Norway's not, you know, and I always look up information before looking at something, and it wasn't the actual country, it was a big business, important business there that's saying they're not fueling America's, they're not sending fuel. This huge, you know, and Norway, you know, scrambled and was like, no, we're not, blah, blah, blah. It was the company. And so that's what I want to share because I think we have to be careful with how we pass on information and how we say it, because it could be like, this is what is most important. One of the most important things too with what we're going through is how we process information, how we understand what is being said, and how we pass on that information. And so sometimes it could just be something that's not what it is. You could read something and someone else could read something and then make a post about it and say like Norway is kicking out the US, which in reality that wasn't what it was. It's how information is passed down. And we have to be careful about that. And we just got to be careful with what we're reading. And rumors and clickbait, we have to be careful with that. There's a lot of misinformation out there purposely. Someone can come into the comments and be like, oh, I saw President Biden taking a picture with Putin, or I saw, Kamala Harris taking a picture with a former KBG agent. Those people who are bad faith, or people who literally, they do that on purpose. They put in wrong information and it spreads like wildfire, and it's not the correct information. So we just got to be careful with how we are processing info and how we're sharing info, because this is one of the ways of how we're going to get out of this. Okay? Because if everything is wrong, we ain't getting out of it. We are not getting out. Okay? What does that say? Okay. I'm going to grab that. I'm so annoyed I didn't grab my true crime deck. I'm going to do the meeting. I want to read the outcome of that. Well, what would happen? This happened, so moving forward, what will go on? Give me 1 second to grab my deck, okay? Alright, so let me just, where are we with that? Okay. I'm going to do, how am I going to do this? Okay, I'm going to do Zelenskyy first and then Trump. So the outcome for him regarding this quote-unquote peace talks, it's just so disgusting. Anyway. And the outcome for Trump. So I'll do Zelenskyy first. Interesting outcome for Zelenskyy regarding these talks. The cards just want to come out. Wow. We have the Hangman so far. We have Justice. We have the King of Wands. And we have Judgment. Okay. So outcome meaning what's going to happen? What will be the outcome of this meeting? Consequence, not necessarily bad or good, Interesting. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Is that in reverse? I can't tell. I could never tell. Because the number's on top, so it may not be in reverse. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not in reverse. Wait, did it come out like this? It did. It is in reverse. Okay, it's this way. Okay. Outcome for Zelensky regarding this Trump peace talk meeting. I'm really tired. Okay. Giving and receiving. Six of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Victory. Yeah. Four of Swords. Changing perspective. Reevaluating. Interesting. Interesting. Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles in reverse and a Ten of Cups. I'm gonna get a clarifier for this. Knight of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Something's gonna be rebuilt. Something's gonna be... This goes here. The Hangman is where we are now, right? With this. Okay? This is where we are. This is where Zelenskyy is now. Okay? Like he said, I need time. I don't know. Okay? And the Hangman is there, you know, the Hangman is a pause in progress, you know, a stop in progress, things slowing down, a delay in things moving forward, okay? And so with the Hangman, it's about, so your perspective could change. And the Four of Swords is here. Like I said, he's very tired. He's tired. Okay, so he's in a space of contemplation. He's weary. He is so weary. But sharp. And you can't get one over on him. Okay, so with the Hangman here, it's about perspectives. It's about thinking. It's about this pause here. So something else could take shape, perhaps in his mind, or new solutions could be found to this problem. Different solutions, okay? Tackling something in a different way, okay? And you have justice next. So a balance will be found. And it could be like a slow move towards justice. And the Seven of Pentacles is here, literally what I just said, coming up with new solutions to implement and make them flourish. Next to the Four of Swords, really thinking about, you know, really deeply contemplating as you take this break and this rest. What are my next moves? And the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, okay? And that's about support. And what did he say? I will seek support from those who support Ukraine. Interesting. The Empress always comes up in his reading. Where does this go? Tell me to put it here. On top of the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. The Fool, new beginning. New beginning. Told me to put it here. Underneath the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Let me get... The next card would be the clarifier for the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Cups is the clarifier. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It speaks to me. It speaks of a disharmony. You know, financial support being removed, or... But then the Seven of Cups is the clarifier. I'm just pushing out my thoughts. I feel like this is it's like people are saying this is the Trump administration here. Okay? And Ten of Pentacles and disharmony, you know, fight about money or finances or support. But then Ukraine was given, NATO was given the main but then the Fool is here. It feels like you know what I keep hearing is like this is what this illusion here with the Seven of Cups on top. It feels like they're saying, you know, more gaslighting, you know, with this in reverse. Oh, they're insolvent, or they don't have the support, you know. No one supports them. This is what I feel like is being said as a consequence of this thing, of this meeting. Here is what is being said about Ukraine and the president, but it's not reality. Okay? It's an illusion with the Seven of Cups there. That's what it feels like. Let me ask my pendulum. Did I lose it again? I have too much stuff up here. I have, you guys, oh, there it is. I thought I lost it. Still didn't find my other pendulum. Somewhere out there. Let me see, this Ten of Pentacles here. Is this the U.S. administration, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse? Is this the U.S. Donald Trump administration? So you're saying yes. Yeah, that's what it feels like. But then you have the Fool and the Knight of Wands here. Okay, and the new beginning. Stepping out, you know, taking a risk. Okay, with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands rushes in with news, truth, true news, good information, that sort of thing. Six of Swords, moving from chaos to calm waters, transitioning, upgrading in a sense. This Empress here on top of the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, this is support. Something new will come from this, you know. Interesting. All right, so then down here we have the King of Wands, the Ten of Cups on top of the Justice card and the King of Wands. And then Judgment, and we have Six of Wands, the card of victory, on top of Judgment. The outcome will be good. I will say that. You know, this is the gaslighting here. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Cups. But they're going to turn, you know, I feel like there's support here. Give me the ultimate card. Ultimate outcome. I feel like the King of Wands is President Zelensky. That's what I feel like. That's him. Ten of Cups, harmonious relationships. Okay. You know, it's like someone's going to take responsibility. Okay, and this is you know, the King of Wands is saying, I'm the real leader. I'm the leader here. I'm actually, my country's actually going through something. That's what it's saying with the King of Wands. Determined, brave, courageous. He will show himself to be the true leader that he is, that a president is supposed to be. Zelenskyy. People won't turn their backs. You have the Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles there. People won't turn their backs on him. Judgment and justice? No. And the big Empress there on top. Whoever that is. Whoever that is. Okay. Give me the ultimate. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles. Long-term stability, security, the ultimate outcome. I see transition. You know, down here is where we are, where he is, Zelenskyy here. You know, the Hangman, the Four of Swords, really deeply contemplating. Really is a pause in progress and delays. He doesn't want this war to continue. He wants peace for his people. He's very offended. And so he wants justice for his people. And this Hangman here is going to help him really process what he experienced regarding this meeting and help him come up with new solutions. He needs this pause. This was supposed to happen. Okay? And he knew, if you look at his body, I'm not a body language expert. Okay? But being a therapist, we have to look at everything of the person, how they're sitting, are their arms crossed, their facial expressions, how they're moving, where they're sitting, that sort of thing. We observe all of that too. So he was sitting with his arms crossed. He was closed because of how they were treating him. And he already knew coming in what it was going to be. So, that was supposed to happen. This was supposed to happen. That situation, the Hangman is the start of it. the pause, the delay. Okay? And the balance. Things are unbalanced between Ukraine and the US. Okay? But it will come back. It will be slow, I think, with the hangman here. He has a lot. He's just told me I have to think. I don't know. That's where he is. But the thing that's most interesting is how people are looking at him. And they're not looking at him like he's doing the wrong thing, President Zelensky. Okay? That's why you have the Ten of Cups here. People are looking at him with compassion. And they're saying, we support you. Okay? Because it's well known that they have a relationship, Donald Trump and Putin. A good one, quote unquote. Okay? And so when you have someone who's invaded and attacked your country, the people know. And they support him. This is the King of Wands here. This is from this contemplation and pause, he's going back into this power. Okay? And it's going up here. Okay? The ultimate outcome, the Nine of Pentacles. We want to be in that energy. But this goes up here. The Empress is something new, creating something new. Nurturance. This is someone who, I don't know, or an idea or a solution. Okay, but it's something that is new and powerful with the Empress on top. You move from, this is the people's reaction to this with the Ten of Cups. No, we support you. Yes, compassion, support, care. His reputation, the Six of Wands upright. There's no other cards here that's saying, just be careful, don't do too much with this. Sometimes this could be ego and arrogance, the warning of the Six of Wands. But we have Judgment here, upright. We have, and we have moving out of the Justice card. So I don't see ego and arrogance. I think with Judgment here, he's looking at, before I move on from the Six of Wands, this is his reputation. Okay, marching with victory. People are looking at him and saying, wow, he's not backing down. Okay. And a Six of Wands, and the Judgment card is also a card of discernment and decision making. And so it tells you, really consider where you want to go, what choice you want to make. Take responsibility for yourself and your role in things, okay, and for your people is what this is saying here. Because this energy moves from here on up to the Empress, the power, okay. And here is the US and the gaslighting. And the Fool is the new beginning. That the ultimate outcome is the Nine of Pentacles. Long-term stability. Okay, it's a lot of pentacles here. Six of Swords is the transition. Okay, with the Knight of Wands, this is the support also. There's support. I'll just read off some quick support. New perspective, problem solving, new solutions, a good reputation. You're in the spotlight. People looking at you like, yes, this is a strong person. This is a real leader. Okay. And long-term stability. Long-term stability and care. They're going to be okay. He's going to be fine with this outcome, Zelenskyy. So good for him. Good for him. Let's look at Trump. making sure that all the cards are right. Okay. Okay. Sometimes with Donald Trump, I feel as though his energy is so weak, flimsy, that I have a hard time connecting to it. These aren't his cards because these are the exact same cards. I have a hard time connecting to his energy because it is so flimsy. Y'all gotta come on, work with me. Seven of Swords. Donald Trump outcome regarding this meeting with Zelensky. That Nine of Pentacles wants to come out. I'm going to see if I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it in the deck. But if it shows itself one more time, that is his card. Okay. Nine of Swords. What you worried about? Seven of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Knight of Wands. Let's make sure it's not the same. Okay. Knight of Wands. That came out before with the Zelensky. Worry about the truth. Ace of Swords. Look, I just said worry about the truth, and the Ace of Swords came out. Okay. He's gonna be talking a lot. Donald Trump will be talking a lot. He is upset as well. He's upset because he feels disrespected, and because he is upset that he can't make this deal. All right, these are the same cards. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Strange. I fixed it. What is happening? And then we have the Six of Swords. Five of Wands. Outcome for Donald Trump regarding this meeting. Three of Swords. Doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Something's telling me to put it here. Two of Cups. Tell me to put it here. Alright, here. Listen. You always sort of reap what you sow, right? Ace of Pentacles. You always sort of do that. Tell me to put it here. Let me just make sure. Okay. Ten of Cups. It goes here. Nope. Right here. He always gets the, okay, the World. There. He always gets the good and the bad. Look, he has the Sun. Again, he always gets the Sun because he just likes to ignore his issues. He always gets the Sun. He always gets the Sun on top of the card of exposure. Oh dear. The Hermit. He'll be at a crossroads. And he has to decide, will I go left or will I go right? Eight of Wands. Things coming out very quickly, progressing fast. The Wheel of Fortune. That goes with the Hermit. What will you decide? What will you decide? Will you act with compassion? No. He wants to win. He wants to help his friend out. And his card, 4 Cups, always comes up for him as an outcome. Mr. President, we have to do this. And no, I'm not listening. No. This is him currently. This goes down here actually. Also, I don't know if he thinks, but let's get the ultimate outcome. Ultimate outcome. Give me the ultimate. He has 3 major cards here, and they're all about, wait, 1, 2, 4 major cards here, and they're basically about it's about how you move through the world, what decisions you make, how you meet your goals. Are you doing it honestly, or are you doing it underhandedly? He will be worried, I can tell you that. Ultimate outcome. Five of Pentacles. You are left out in the cold. Everything you try, you get the short end of the stick. This is his energy too. Very, very much I'm the victim here. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles here, the 7 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hermit. Let's start there. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles, this grouping here, the Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, with the world on top of the Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords touching. Six of Swords on top. He will be worried, okay? Ace of Pentacles is like about new opportunities, and so with the Seven of Swords following up after it and the Four of Cups on top, he's saying, I want what I want. Right here. Okay? And he's saying, you know, Seven of Swords is a card of deceit and betrayal, doing things strategically or covertly. Okay, and so this is what he's doing. This is what he'll continue to do. It's almost like I'm hearing him say, I'm giving you this gift and how dare you not take it. Okay, this is actually, this is Zelensky. This is how he's viewing him. Let's ask the pendulum. Why do I keep losing my arm? Don't laugh at me, guys. Okay. You see that? Is a Four of Cups President Zelensky's energy in Donald Trump's reading? Is a Four of Cups President Zelensky's energy? Saying yes. Okay? That's how he's viewing him. And so, it's almost like he'll be saying, he's, you know, the World card is things coming full circle. This is what he was expecting. And that's why the cameras were there. Like, he was imagining something so amazing for himself. Okay? And to look so good. But he didn't know who he was dealing with. He doesn't know who he's dealing with. And that's what Zelensky said. This guy doesn't know who he's messing with. Okay? And so he's embarrassed, Trump. He was looking for a smooth transition. You know, he's looking, that was the outcome. That's what he's gearing towards. Okay? And so now it feels like as an outcome of this meeting, with the Nine of Swords there, he's worried about it. He's trying to figure out, you know, how he's going to move forward. What is he going to do next? What are you going to do next, Donald? With the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Wands, like I said, because of this meeting, things are progressing much quicker with the Eight of Wands here. But there's something here as we're moving between these two things. The Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands. I mean, the Nine of Swords. And then we move into the Knight of Wands. And this two cards here is something he's worried about. Or will be worried about, okay, as an outcome of this. Truth coming out or something here feels like he is, because there's no pause here. I don't see delay here, okay? I'm hearing the word exposure. I'm hearing, like he made him look weak in a sense. That he couldn't strong arm Zelensky. He thinks Ukraine is a small nothing country, okay? And so he couldn't strong arm him. He saw a true leader. He saw someone who challenged him, and that's why he's so angry and even worried. Oh, this isn't working out. You know, this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is, you know, here I'm giving you this and you're not, you know? And so the Ace of Swords is the outcome of it is him speaking. He's going to be saying a lot, Donald Trump. Every chance he gets, he ain't going to let it go. Every chance he gets, whoever will listen, whoever will put a microphone in front of him, he will bring it up, even if it has nothing to do with the topic at hand. Okay? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Disharmony. Instability. People looking at you sideways. You have the Five of Wands here. This card comes up all the time for his administration and the Republicans. Everyone has their own agenda. He clearly has his own agenda. But there's something about the truth that is, there's a lot of conflict that's going to be caused here by his speaking, by his mouth. Okay? That's why the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. And the Five of Wands, I labeled as a card of exposure, and we have the Sun here on top. The Sun is a great card. It could be a great card as an outcome. It could be good. When you have the Five of Wands there, something's going to come out. Something underhanded, perhaps. Because that's the card of exposure. Exposing people who have done underhanded things, deceitful things. And the Hermit is the card of treason. I've labeled. That's what it represents as well. I near forgot that. And my guide said, remember the treason. Hermit is the card of treason. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Cups. This is a card of NATO and foreign relations. On top of the card of treason, the Hermit card, you're at a crossroads. You have a choice to make. The Karma card, the Wheel of Fortune. Not a bad card. But the card turns in whichever direction. It could turn on its head and roll you over and crush you, okay? Because you have to be discerning in how you live your life and the choices you make. We have the Three of Swords here, okay? Card of betrayal and disappointment and pain. With the Five of Wands on top, next to the Sun, exposure, things coming out from the dark into the light. The Ten of Cups is on next to the Three of Swords. Ten of Cups, Zelenskyy got this as a card of support. And the surrounding cards indicated support. Whereas it's next to the Three of Swords here for Trump. It's not good for him, the outcome. His mouth is going to mess him up. He ain't going to shut up. The Ace of Swords there. He's going to talk and talk and talk. Keep talking, please. I invite you. And the ultimate outcome is the Five of Pentacles. If bankrupt, you just, it's also a mindset, but it's a lack. Perhaps a lack of, you could be losing money. Spiritually, you're spiritually bankrupt. Okay? You got no friends. You're left in the cold. That's his ultimate outcome because of this meeting. Donald Trump. Okay? Anyway. Let him talk. Keep talking. Keep talking, please. Keep talking. I'm gonna do let's look at the week for Donald Trump. Donald Trump. The upcoming week. We go the 3rd to the 7th. Is that correct? The 3rd to the 7th. Yes, that is correct. Donald Trump. 2 more shuffles. There it goes. It wanted to come out so badly. The 9 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. Idealizing a pastime. 3 of Pentacles. 4 of Cups. Ace of Cups. A lot of cups. 2 of Swords. Par for the course. Donald Trump for the week of the 3rd to the 7th. Ugh. The Fool. Page of Pentacles. Comes up often for him. He's trying to implement something. He's trying to do something risky and implement it. 4 of Pentacles. It goes up here. He's trying to do something that he try to do before. 9 of Swords. End of the week and not looking so good for you. Oh my gosh. The Tower. I knew it was coming. I said the tower. I heard it. The tower's there. You guys, I can't make this stuff up. I can't make it up. Oh my goodness. Oh me, oh my. The Queen of Wands. What's on the bottom? Let's see. Didn't look. Okay, Judgment's on the bottom. The Empress is there. Death and the Knight of Cups. That's not his energy. That ain't him. That ain't him. All these cups. Knight of Cups. Four of Swords. Oh, you're gonna be tired. Okay. That's it. Okay, so the beginning of the week, he's coming in with some ideas regarding long-term financial the 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, okay, with the Fool. It's all built up here. This is the beginning of the week. Okay. So Monday, Tuesday. Okay. Sort of thing. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, sort of thing. Okay. So he is he is trying to implement something with the 3 of Pentacles here and a Page of Pentacles. He's trying to implement something new that I think has to do with money, something with the economy or something financially. Okay. It's risky and he's a dummy. You know, he's like, I don't have a care in the world. This is what we're doing. Okay. And so he's looking, this is the Queen of Wands is his energy of this, you know, I will, this greed and determination and, you know, saying I'm a leader, you know, but whatever. But the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Cups feels like he's looking back. It's either something he tried to do when he was president before, something he has talked about. It feels like he's looking back at looking back at past actions. Okay. Um, he's looking back at past actions and pulling from there, like, oh, that was a good time, or idealizing something, idealizing something that didn't really work, but he's focused on gaining something. Okay. He's like, I'm just pausing to see what I'm hearing. To see what I'm hearing. That makes sense. I I'm hearing his voice saying, I'm going to do this whether they like it or not. Okay, the Four of Pentacles. All right, and so, man. So moving into the beginning of the week, he's. It feels like an announcement. Did Three of Pentacles? I know it's not a sword, but it feels like he's gonna say something. Perhaps with the Queen of Wands. He makes a lot of announcements, so that's par for the course. Maybe the Queen of Wands, I think. It feels like he's unveiling something. Trying to stand in this power that is not real. Because the Six of Cups is here. Six of Cups could be like you're idealizing something. It's not really solid. Okay, so moving on from that. That's the beginning of the week. Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is that energy of like, I'm going to do this whether you like it or not. But people are saying like, no, you can't. You either didn't get your way, or you're upset about something, you don't want to move forward, someone's giving you something you don't want. You are falling into, you don't care, you're apathetic, you're detached, okay? And you are, or you could be contemplating something. Something that will make him transform. I feel, and not just because he's Donald Trump. Well, yes, because he's Donald Trump, but it feels like a stubborn energy, and it feels like with the death card here, perhaps the death of his idea, perhaps a refusal, because the Six of Cups is like you're also kind of holding on to the past and you don't want to let it go. Okay, and you're still pushing for something. It feels like he's pushing for something that's from his past, and the energy is just saying like, you need to let this go. And he's saying no. Okay, but he doesn't see, like always, that it's actually damaging him. You have the Knight of Cups here. You have the Ace of Cups here. You have the Four of Cups here. This is a lesson. By midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, he's going to learn a lesson. Whether he likes it or not. Okay? It's all these, and the Knight of Cups is an idealism card too. It's sort of like, you idolize things, the wrong kind of things with the Knight of Cups here. It's not necessarily upright. It's upright, but it's not bad. But I'm looking at these surrounding cards, okay? Because you have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords on top of here, on top of the Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups. He's not listening to... He's not listening to reality. Okay? With the Nine of Swords here, he's definitely not listening to reality. With the Ace of Cups here, he's not listening to his intuition. He turns away from things, the universe protects him. And I know that sounds strange, but look at how far he's, you know. I know people say like, oh, he's the demon. And it's possible. But at least his universe, whatever that may be, his protection. But it feels like it's falling apart. It's just like his energy is so weak. And with this Two of Swords here, whatever the Tower moment that will happen by the end of the week, something will fall apart. He won't know what to do. Two of Swords. A refusal to make a choice, a refusal to see in front of yourself, being in denial. That's his MO. So the beginning of the week is interesting. We'll see what that is. Monday, Tuesday, today, tomorrow. But the midweek is a shift. The stubborn energy, this thing he won't let go. Idealizing the past. Plans falling apart. Something shocking perhaps happening with the Tower. Donald Trump for this week. Okay. Oh, let me pull some true crime cards for him. I didn't get up for nothing with this. They just fell out. Okay. Alright, so the first thing I saw was abuse and neglect. I don't know. I feel like something's coming out. Death. And he got the death card. And revenge. You guys. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. This is Donald Trump, okay? These are true crime cards too. But they have like a description at the bottom. This is a different deck. So I'm going to pull real quick. Oh, this wanted to come out. What does this say? The ethical dilemma. It says address ethical dilemmas with careful consideration. Evaluate the moral implications of your choice and strive for solutions that uphold ethical standings. Ethical decision making is crucial for maintaining integrity. That's what I see in the cards. Interesting. I'm going to pull one more. He ain't going to do that though. Ethics, morals, integrity. No. But as I said, when I pull for him, I feel like my spirit guides show me a different sort of energy where they're showing me what he needs to do, but he's not going to do it, or they'll show me, oh, it's like warnings, or how did this get bent like that? What's this say? The hidden clue. And what's on top? The legal enigma. Navigate complex legal situations with caution. Seek advice. Seek advice from knowledgeable sources. I'm sorry. Take advice from knowledgeable sources and understand your rights and responsibilities. Legal matters require careful what does that say? Careful what? Careful concentration, careful consideration, and expertise. Okay, maybe something legal is going to be happening. Well, there are a bunch of legal things happening. The hidden clue. Look beyond the obvious. Seek out subtle hints and hidden messages in your environment. Investigate any small details that seem out of place or curious. That's what I'm saying. There are things happening that we are being shown. There are pieces, puzzle pieces falling into place. Okay? Alright. This is what the deck looks like. The True Crime Oracle deck. Oracle cards. I like these two. Okay. Let's do a collective read real quick. I'm just going to do a card straight across. I'm not going to pull too many. Collective, please give me a card for the collective. Give me cards for this week, March 3rd through 7th. The U.S. Collective. Ace of Swords. Eight of Cups. Interesting. What are we walking away from? Oh. King of Swords. Queen of Swords. Listen, guys. Remember I pulled for us for the month of March? I believe it was in a Let's Chat last week. All the swords. Three of Cups. What will we be celebrating? Five of Cups. Five of Cups and Three of Cups. Interesting. Three of Swords. Yikes. Wait, these are the cards that I pulled for Donald. I gotta shuffle some more. Let me get a clarifier for the Five of Cups. There's two cups behind it. Two cups still standing. Three Swords. A lot of mental energy for this week for us. Give me a clarifier. Chariot. Interesting. 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 The Hangman? Yeah, something's gonna be slowed. Something's gonna be slowed. but it's gonna switch up. It's a different sort of, you know, the Hangman, the Eight of Pentacles here. This is all this energy here, the Temperance. You know, this is crazy. Okay. Ace of Swords, Eight of Cups, King of Swords, King of Swords. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. For the collective, guys, okay? So there's going to be a lot of talk, I believe, about Ace of Swords is sharing information, communicating, finding new ways of communicating. It's a sword of truth, okay? It's about new mental clarity, new mental sharpness. This is what will be coming into the week. Feeling sharp, feeling clear, okay? Eight of Cups, walking away from something, walking out of, making the decision to walk out of an emotionally charged situation or toxic situation, walking into something better or new, because even you're taking a risk because you don't really know what it is you're walking into. Okay, so that's for us. But we're walking into the King and Queen of Swords energy. So really, like I talked about with information, is so important. And I think what the collective will be doing now, moving into the midweek, is how we collect information, how we scrutinize information, weighing through the BS, seeing the truth of things, looking at things with a logical, critical eye. Okay, that's what we will be doing by midweek. Okay. So new information, we'll be walking into that. You have the Three of Cups, you know, a card of celebration. But then the Five of Cups is next to it. So it's sort of like the collective will have a delay of sorts, because you have the Eight of Pentacles there, right here. Okay, so with this new mental clarity and sharpness that we're moving into, it's about planning, implementing, mastering something. Okay, perhaps how we live our lives with the Three of Cups there. And it'll feel like a balance. Temperance is here. It's a card of healing and balance. Okay. It's a card of moderation. Again, with the same, like I said, when I did the collective reading for March, how we spend our money, what we're doing with our money, it will be changed. Might be spending less. Okay. Might be focused on more building ourselves up, building our discipline up, building in that avenue. Okay. Because here with the Five of Cups, there's always two cups filled behind it, and there's some sort of because as we're scrutinizing information that we will receive midweek, we move into this like, okay, I have to do this. We have to do this. Plan this way. Okay, we have to master something. With Pentacles, expansion. It's about expanding. Okay, it's about skill. And bringing a balance and it's like everything happens in moderately, doing something with the Temperance, not doing too much. We have the Chariot on here, on top of the Three of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Hangman is at the bottom. And so the Five of Cups is a card of loss. It's a card of grieving something. Okay, it could be a way of life. It could be something that we change, because the Chariot is on top there. That could be the delay. for, you know, the collective. Let me get a, because it doesn't necessarily feel bad. It feels like a pause that perhaps is supposed to happen for us. Let me get a, because I'm not really so much focused on the Five of Cups. It might cause upset for some people, maybe. I need a clarifier for the Five of Cups. I'm more so focused on the Chariot and the Hangman, because whatever that pause is, or Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's about, yeah, it's the plans or something that might be disappointing, but it's supposed to happen with the Hangman here, you know. And the Temperance card is here, so it's saying like, whoa, okay, we need, this is balance. This is supposed to happen here, you know. So you could have, the Eight of Pentacles is slow moving energy. It's a slow expansion too, because you're building tolerance of something. You're building, you know, you're preparing for something. You're building mastery in something. Okay, so it's like, it's a cause for celebration, but the pauses will be upsetting to some people perhaps, because the Page of Pentacles is about implementing new ideas and expansion and all of that stuff. But we need the pause for some reason. With the Hangman here, we have to change our perspective or come up with different solutions, or, you know. But the Chariot is here, okay? By the end of the week, we get the ultimate outcome for our week. Outcome for the collective. Transformation. Death again. Something is happening. Something is transforming. Okay. But it needs to happen. Okay. So that's the collective, guys, for this week. I'm telling you, I feel big stuff. It feels not necessarily heavy. It just feels like, it's like waiting for test results. That's what it feels like. It feels like when I took my when I took my licensing exam, and you're on the last 10 questions, and you're just like trying to get through them so you could get to whether or not you passed. That's what that energy feels like. Okay. Let me keep with this energy. I'm gonna pull real quick for Kamala. I'm gonna just do one card. Give me one card for Kamala's week. Oh dear. The Tower. Let me get a clarifier for that. Okay, card. Y'all are just all coming out, eh? King and Queen of Swords. Temperance. Okay. said one card, but these all came out. Tower, 5 of Wands, Queen of Swords, Temperance. I remember when I asked what were her gifts coming to her, the Tower came out. Let's get a clarifier for that. Tower next to the 5 of Wands. Whew. I might have grabbed it that crazy. Okay. I have to shuffle again. It's the same cards. I knew I should have used another deck. Clarify for the Tower. Might be something that requires some healing if that card comes up again. Three of Cups, Death. Okay. Three of Cups is a clarifier. Why would you celebrate a destruction? Transformation, the Chariot. Why would you celebrate? Maybe she's shaking things up. Maybe she will do something shocking that has to do with exposure. This deck is crazy. I think it's been the energy is wild today. Trying to give me all the messages. I just asked for one. Trying to give me all the messages. Okay. Alright. So we have the Three of Cups on top of the Tower with the Death card on top of, give me one more. Give me one more. The ultimate outcome. Ultimate outcome. There's something about healing, like I said. Six of Swords. The Tower and the Three of Cups. Perhaps. Why would you celebrate the Tower and the Three of Cups? Why would you celebrate the Tower? It has to, this week has to do with transformation, okay, going from chaos to calm. So perhaps she's maybe already had her Tower moment, or Three of Cups, a card of joy and celebration, a card of release. The Tower is Tower is you shaking things up. The Tower is destruction, so something new can be built from it. Okay, and you have the Five of Wands here. Something's shifting and changing. Something's shifting and changing here. And with the death card, oh, okay. All right. So I get it. I understand now. Five of Wands, I've labeled it as a card of exposure, but that's not what this is saying here with the death card on top of it. Five of Wands is, you know, a card of conflict. It could be inner conflict, okay? People stopping you, everyone having their own agenda. My ears are ringing. And stopping you maybe even from moving forward, okay? She's the Queen of Swords here. My nose is starting to itch. And it feels like this tower is supposed to happen, right? Whatever that is. It may be even something no one knows about. It doesn't always have to be this big to do. Okay, even when I pull the tower for Donald and the Republicans, it doesn't always have to be. It could be something that we may not even see, or something subtle, but it's destructive. Okay, it's gonna make. I was about to say something, but anyway, the death card here is about letting something go or something transitioning, and it has to do with some healing or getting something back. It feels like also when she's moving into the Queen of Swords, okay, and this balance here with Temperance and this card of healing, and the Six of Swords is also transition and healing, moving from chaos into calmer waters. Okay, so her week might start off a little bit crazy. Let's start off crazy, and as she moves through the week, it gets calmer. But it's definitely something that is transformative, something that needs to happen. You know, it's a release of something, so she could really move forward. Okay, and so that's all I got. That's all I got, guys. Let me pull one more. No, sorry. Let me pull an angel card. These are called angel whisper cards, not a promotion. Okay. Okay, let's okay. These are angel numbers. Okay, it's a wonky. It's very wonky. So let's see what message. One, two, three. Fitting. Oh. All right, let's see what it says. It says vision. Okay. And all right, so it says your path will not look identical to anyone else's. That is what makes you unique. Remember that as you stay the path that feels. I have to put my glasses on. I don't know why I'm so anti-glasses. They just feel inconvenient. I'll start over. So the number is 1, 2, 3. As you can see here, it says your path will not look identical to anyone else's. That is what makes you unique. Remember that as you stay the path that feels connected, the path will continue to lead you to alignment. Let your vision be as different as you are. Affirmation. My path is mine and mine alone. When I follow my path, alignment comes naturally. Okay, about alignment. My camera will never focus. It refuses to. Alright guys, that's it. That's all I got. I will see you guys tomorrow for question and answers. I will put a post in a community tab where you can ask your questions. Don't ask questions in the video comments, okay? And you'll see the post right as I get off here. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.